George Lucas supports Bob Iger. Magic making is not for novices. Just now, George Lucas ordered the stormtroopers to pursue Nelson Peltz. The inventor of Star Wars supported Disney CEO Bob Iger in his current proxy battle with activist investor Peltz. We now know Lucas's vote in the next significant shareholder vote that will determine the composition of the company's board of directors. Magic creation is not a task for novices, Lucas said in a statement sent to IndieWire. When I sold Lucasfilm a little more than 10 years ago, I have always admired Disney's legendary brand and Bob Iger's leadership, so I was thrilled to become a stakeholder. I was relieved when Bob just made a tough comeback to the workplace. Nobody is more familiar with Disney, because I have complete trust and confidence in Disney's ability to generate long-term value and Bob's track record of doing so. I continue to be a sizable shareholder. I encourage other shareholders to follow suit as I have cast every vote in my shares for Disney's 12 directors. For around $4 billion in 2012, Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney for half cash and half shares. Peltz has spent years advocating for a seat and a C-shift at the Walt Disney Company. He doesn't think Iger and co. are optimizing shareholder value, and neither does his friend and former Marvel chief Ike Perlmutter. We would argue that Peltz's Trian Fund Management has a vested interest given that they own 33 million shares, the majority of which are owned by Perlmutter. Peltz and Perlmutter essentially want Disney to drastically reduce expenditures, beginning with Iger's salary. In order to personally reduce expenses, Peltz desires to become a member of the company's board of directors together with two friends. He most likely already has the for sale sign prepared for Cinderella's castle's front lawn. Disney's stock is doing much better than it did in the autumn, but it is still well behind its peak of about $200 per share, which was reached 3 years ago. Disney versus Peltz has been brewing for a time now. Peltz's campaign began during Bob Chapek's time as Disney CEO. Bob was an ally of Nelson's. Peltz was temporarily satisfied with the CEO's massive reorganization and dividend resumption when Chapek was sacked and Iger came back. April 3, 2024 is the date of Disney's annual shareholder meeting, when investors cast their votes on significant business decisions. Peltz's situation was already deteriorating, and Lucas's stake in the corporation as well as his appeal for action had considerable clout among Disney shareholders. It's imperative that Peltz and Perlmutter take decisive action, maybe even if it means purchasing online proxy votes from other Disney stockholders. It's an effective way for the very frugal pair to obtain control over acquiring shares.